All right, and I believe we are live.
What's up, everybody?
How's it going, Franco?
It's freaking awesome. We're here. We made it to episode 3. So
still going,
going,
baby.
How you doing, Dan?
I'm good. I want to apologize to anybody that was trying to watch the live stream last week or the week before. It was last week, right? Yes, I'm begging for forgiveness. I just got railed with work, and I was literally I had a 12-hour work day, and I literally had just hit send on my last work emails for the night, and then Franco was like,
"Here's the link."
Here's the link. Are we doing the live stream?
Good.
It's supposed to start in like 30 seconds. And I couldn't. I was so fried. The project that I've been working on really took it out of me. So yeah, that's what happened. Life got in the way, but we're here now.
We got the audience should take away from that is Dan got railed, and that will be in the little trailer edit I'm gonna make.
Yeah. Sometimes you just get railed by work, bro, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
It's like a slow, a car crash that's happening in slow motion, and you're just in its path, and there's nothing you could do.
Oh yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Rex Snow in the chat. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, Rex Snow?
Rex Snow nursing whatever form of hangover he might have from the multi-GP IO event. Did you see him there, Franco?
I saw him a lot, and I'm really glad that I saw him. We hung out quite a bit, and Rex Snow was a good friend, and it was awesome to see him in his element. So that was good. Actually, it was really good to see everyone from the local scene there. Really, really good people, and I was there. I had a really good time. So
yeah, it seemed like there was a good amount of Chicagoland representing out there.
Yes, yes, and Wisconsin too. And I think that those two scenes really coalesce. You know, it's a lot of familiar faces and a lot of kind of camaraderie, right? There was definitely a lot of mixing of kind of the Milwaukee guys and the Good Venture Drones guys and our local guys, and yeah, it was very, very fun for sure. Very, very fun. I see Ghosted out there.
What is up, Rami? How you doing, buddy?
So yeah.
How did you guys party with Francis? That's what I want to know. Good Venture Drones. The CEO, the mastermind behind Good Venture Drones, very wonderful guy. But I have never partied with him, and I've always wondered what that would be like. Did that go down?
I tried to party with him. I didn't make it. It was an early night for me on that night, and then, but yeah, he was definitely around, so I got a chance to have a couple conversations with him, and. Was a lot of it for all of them, but yeah, I mean, it was just a fun time. They were primarily thank you, Bad Mac Aaron, I appreciate you.
What up, Aaron?
Yeah, they were primarily at some of the racing tracks, but a couple of the guys definitely graced us with their presence at the freestyle track. Hardy participated in both the freestyle as well as the game of quad, and Josh and Caesar were all out there. I saw Goddard and Adam. They all passed by the freestyle tent, so people were making their rounds for sure. It was awesome. Saw Olivier played in the game of quad for like one round. It's funny.
Nice. Yeah. That's great, man. That's great. Well, I heard you took a win there at the game of quad. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What was What was the one trick that you were like, "There's no way I'm getting this," and then you pulled it off?
It wasn't that intense. Though there was one trick where the guy, I forget what his name was. He was a really great guy, and I hate myself for not remembering his name. But they had the like a table obstacle built, as you and I were talking about before we started, and the guy called the trick. So you have to call the trick ahead of time, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna come through the bottom table and then fly." It was like 40 feet to a maybe 2 foot high sign. And he said, "All right, so I'm going to fly to the sign, and then I'm just going to back up. I'm going to stall and then just go backwards through the table gap." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever, bro." You know, because it's blind the whole way back for 40 feet, right? Because you're just looking at open air, or so I thought. And I was like, "Yeah, he's not going to nail that." And then he totally did it. And I think 2 other guys got it. I got it, and one other guy got it. There was something to spot, but it was a really long and low, because the grass is tall in sections. So there was that. There was that trick. I think that was the one that I didn't know if I was going to get. And then people were attempting tricks that I was like, if you get that, I'm just going to take the letter, because you know. But luckily they didn't land them. So
didn't come down to that.
No,
well, that's great, man. I missed out. I wish I could have made it. But I have a trip coming up at the end of the month here, and it's already going to be gone for that. So I had to make sure work stuff was taken care of in the lead up to it. So maybe next year.
Not maybe next year. We're going to definitely be there. We're all going to definitely be. I can feel it in my bones.
Feel it in the cockles.
All
right.
No, it was in my bones. They're in your cockles. Let's watch some videos, man.
Let's watch some videos. All right. So we always like to start off this stream with just a couple pilots that we have come across. We're not rating the videos or nothing like that, but we just really like the videos and we want to share them. So I think, Franco, we have your video on deck first.
Yeah.
If you wanna start it from the top, this is some Spangerific glory out of France here. Yeah.
So I have besides just exposing us to maybe a pilot. I know that Rex has been following this pilot for a while. He's very familiar with this particular video. I wanted to. Our scoring is a constantly evolving thing. And it's part of the fun for me. So when we look at the score sheets, they're going to be a little bit different. And I don't want to go into the details of the different, but I wanted to just showcase a pilot who I think exemplifies the very first category, which is style. And I'm already thinking about changing the category name. Maybe it's intentionality, but it doesn't matter for our purposes what the style is, if it's juicy or twitchy or spang, or if it's like a flow video. It's just, does it look like the pilot is doing what he intends to do? And I wanted to bring up a video that I think exemplifies the Spang style. And that's Marius FPV. So that's the video I want to play right now. So let's do it.
Bangarang, Peter. Yeah. This video is ridiculous. This is the thing with Spang, and I was telling you before, is I have a lot of respect for it, because it is very difficult and very kind of controlled. I don't know what you call it, whatever, like form of flying, but to see him flying Spang at a bando and flying through like tight proximity gaps, it blows all Spang videos out of the water. Most of them are in open fields.
Exactly. If you do a search for Spang, like just that word on Rotor Riot, everyone's talking about. There's a big question. There's a lot of what is Spang, and then there's a lot of people who don't fly Spang who are like, oh, it's just freestyle in an open field. And so I think the open field concept is what a lot of people kind of really gravitate to. And yes, I think, and Marius has done a lot of open field stuff as well. But I always knew that it was only a matter of time before they would take that particular style, which we're looking at now, and bring it into a really tight proximity spot.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I'm really interested in this style and being able to do it. This section is ridiculous. This section was ridiculous. I remember the first time I saw this section.
There are definitely things that I see in this that I want to like incorporate into some of my flight lines.
Yeah.
Dude is sick.
And I think that, you know, I've been watching FPV videos for longer than I've been flying, so I'm not sure how obvious it is. I think this is a subtle thing, and I think for a lot of people this might just look like he's banging on the sticks, which is what I think bang comes from, the name. But it's so intentional, and you can tell by where the movement of the drone stops. And so in our new scoring sheet, the category is style, and there's a little description, but all of the categories besides the je ne sais quoi point are on a 1 to 3 now. So 1 being not really, and 3 being all the time. So for me, this exemplifies a 3 in the style category, because it just seems so intentional.
That was sick. How's it going there, Scorpio? Chase Bracho. We got Joshua Hardy in the house. How's it going, homie? Brent Litzler.
Nice.
Brent, how are you doing? We got a racer in the house. I hope you stick around and enjoy some freestyle. Mo Billy of Mo Billy Gates.
MoBillyGates.com.
One right behind you there that you won from was it from the Game of Quad?
It was. The Game of Quad prize pack was ridiculous.
Hell yeah.
It was really, really good. I was very pleased. But Mo Billy Gates, he was out there in full effect. Good Venture Drones had their catalog stuff, and they were all over it, man. That little Grom just flying around all the fields with the big flag, delivering parts. I was like, this is so smart.
That would be Mo Billy. Mo Billy, the mayor of Glenview, Illinois. He let me ride his Grom. That thing is pretty sick.
He was letting a lot of people ride their Grom. I was like, man, Mo Billy is a generous Mo Billy.
Mo Billy is a good dude. I like that.
MoBillyGates.com. Yeah, the gates are sick, and more on that. I think we might be announcing or hinting at or foreshadowing an event. So Mobility's gonna be part of that.
Yeah, all of you Chicagoland guys, get excited. We got a sick event planned coming up. Anyway, on to the next video here. We're gonna go on to another Euro dude. Phoenix TX. He is flying a Sharpoo spot, I think. I believe this was a spot that Sharpoo had made famous a long time ago, made famous in the FPV world. But this is something that is kind of near and dear to my heart in the terms of how I like to fly. Scorpio saying no freestyle video from him this week because his GoPro is at Best Buy. I wish your GoPro a speedy delivery, and that the GoPro technician looks at it and just says, this is fucked right away, and approves you for a replacement on the spot.
We can't do anything here.
Yeah, hey, it's been pretty good lately. It's been about a 7-day turnaround. I mean, I know it's not the, just show up and get a new GoPro anymore, but the first time I did it, when they enacted the new thing, it was 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Now it's 7 days.
Do they allow you at Best Buy? So I always use the Amazon insurance policies. I've had really good experience with that. But one of the tricks that I found with that is that I always send it in because I lost the battery door and the battery when it fell down. When I was doing my action sports.
That's what you tell them?
They never ask about it. Like
Yeah.
I'm always ready to tell that story, but I just pull the battery door off in the battery. So I have, and it's funny because I've needed those battery doors, those extra battery doors.
Yeah.
And the batteries. So maybe that's a pro tip. I'm not sure.
So the last 2 times I had to go replace my GoPro at Best Buy, the Geek Squad guy was like, you keep the battery. Take the battery out and you keep it.
Because if you're attaching it to your car and it falls off your car because you're racing and it explodes, the battery and the door are going to fly off.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like people have different experiences. My experience has been basically no questions asked. They just take my GoPro, send it out. Like there's the regular kind of what's wrong with it. You know, like they run through the paperwork and blah, blah, blah. The guy checks it in the back, probably sees if he can turn it on or not. And yeah. But yeah, the last 2 times they took the battery out and they're like, yeah, you keep that. Nice. So now I have a bunch of extra batteries. I never get through all my batteries in a flying session on my GoPro. No way.
Yeah. Neither do I.
Okay. Anyway, on to Phoenix FPV. I feel like this is a young buck out of Spain or something, but dude, this dude annihilates this spot. And this is a song that I believe is also kind of it was like a Ladrib song or something. He mentioned that he was making homage to Drib in his videos. Strange Dave in the house. How you doing, buddy?
I'm gonna throw links to Marius FPV just in case you guys want to give him a like or a follow. We'll have that in the chat, and then we'll do the same thing for this pilot. What's this pilot's name again?
Phoenix F-E-N-I-X.
Yeah, this spot's ridiculous.
This spot is crazy, bro.
So this is California?
No, this is in Spain or something.
Sharpoo brought his quads to Spain, or is it Mexico?
Isn't Sharpoo from Spain?
No. Sharpoo is Mexico. He's
Is he?
He's like the lead animator. He's got a lead title at
DreamWorks or something.
DreamWorks, and yeah. And,
is he Mexico? I could have sworn he was Spain.
No. He's California.
Well, he lives in California, but he's...
Oh, you mean his country of origin? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, his country of origin. I'm pretty sure it's... I feel like it's Spain. I could be wrong.
Tell us in the chat. If anyone is a Sharpoo expert, let us know where he is from.
Oh, it just got sexy in here because Quad Daddy's in the house.
What's
up, Quad Daddy?
What's up, brother? Quad Daddy was in the... Quad Daddy was going for a gnarly trick that I would have said, if he lands that trick in the game of Quad, I'm just going to take the letter. He was trying to stall the... He was trying to stall on the silo top. I was like, that's I'm not gonna be able to do that. So,
dude, this guy's I don't know if you've noticed, but he did these like proximity power loops that are just insane.
I did see those, and I'm just
here. Oh no, not this one.
Well, I mean, he's cutting it so close, even at the top of the loop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering, is he just throwing it and it's landing that way, or is he really? See, that makes you think it's all intentional. You know, like
yeah, this is all intentional, bro. I don't. Yeah. There's nothing in this guy's flying right now that makes me feel like.
So, would you consider if you had to name this style? Would you name this like flow?
Yes, I would name this flow. Yeah, I would name this flowy.
Yeah, like kind of that.
Because
flow.
He's not doing like super. I don't want to say it's not technical.
It's not that real snappy.
It is technical. It's not like super snappy, but it's like he is definitely in control of his flight lines and throttle and making sure he is putting himself exactly where he wants to go. It's a different type of technical. You know what I mean?
100%. And that's why I think that, you know, for this kind of style, this reminds me of Drib and Bubby and Slat. It's kind of like an old throttle always kind of on. You're always kind of moving.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, everyone has their own kind of feel. But and I think that you will also see that in our scorecard that we now have an originality category. Because I can tell, you know, from a Slap video to, I think, a Ladrib, they're very similar, but I think I can feel a difference there because they're both pretty original and even though they have their own style. So I wanted to start capturing that and we'll see how it goes. Good stuff.
That's good stuff.
Good stuff.
Let's do it, man. Let's get into the meat of this. I think we got a full house here. We got a good amount of the homies in the chat watching here. Hello to everybody. I am glad that you guys are here. Mo Billy wants to know, how do you send this link? Is he asking for the Phoenix link right now? Let me get you the Phoenix link right now because we should share that because dude is really good. Dude is really good.
And if you are asking about how do you share the live stream link, just hit the share button and you can share that. And if you guys know anyone who wants to watch us, that'd be cool to share it. But also make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. That's helpful too. Now on this next one that I got loaded, this is Ghosted FPV. He was desperately trying to wait for someone else to post first, but he couldn't help himself, so he ended up posting first. So this one is by Ghosted FPV, and it is Flow and Car Flip Chase. Nope, is that right? Nope, that is not right. Is that right?
That is not right?
That is not right. I think that's
Flow and Car Flip Chase is not right?
I don't think so. Is that right, Ghosted? Are you out there? I want to make sure I'm grabbing the right videos here. Let's double check.
Is that what he posted up in Facebook?
I'm looking again. Yeah, it is.
Good. There we go. Let's flip some cars and chase some FPVs.
All right, here we go. All right, so please watch and please be ready to score.
Oh, I know this spot. I know Rex Snow knows this spot.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking this might be a good spot for Game Quad.
Oh, my God. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier.
Yeah.
Tempted fate over that lake there.
Especially the last time I flew there, we found another place to fly from, which gave us a different set of options. Whoa, whoa! Those sideways barrel rolls backwards.
Oh, look at that inverted yaw. Here's the thing I like about the Ramy videos is that. I'm seeing the progression on every video.
I'm seeing different things tried.
Yeah.
Like exploration. It's not a lot of the same. I am seeing a little bit of I can't tell if it was windy that day, but I'm getting a lot more
oscillations or
turbulence. Oh man, I can't. My brain is fried.
Oscillations, bro.
What is it?
Prop wash.
Prop wash. That's what that was. Oscillations, yes. But prop wash is what I was thinking. Who's driving the RC car?
Quad Daddy is asking how long can the video be? But we're looking for freestyle edits, so you know, we're not planning on watching vlogs or anything like that, but like a freestyle rip, you know, 3 to 5 minutes, somewhere in there.
If you're doing 5 minutes, you're pushing it.
Yeah.
I love 2-minute videos.
I kind of feel like 2 to 3 minutes is the sweet spot.
But yeah, if it's 3.5 minutes, then we don't. I mean, we'll watch as many of these.
Who are you chasing here? Are you chasing Quad Daddy? I see a truck there. That's got to be Quad Daddy that's getting chased. Rex Snow says, nope, I've done everything possible there. I gotta say, man, I've been thinking about this recently, and I feel like in Illinois, I used to feel like, man, all these other like pilots in Vegas and San Diego and wherever have such amazing spots, and we don't. And I'm starting to realize, like, no, we have a lot of amazing spots out here, actually. Like the fact that there's an abandoned golf course, you know, that I mean, it's not going to be an abandoned golf course for much longer. It's definitely on the transition phases of it. But the fact that it exists and that it's a place that we've had access to go and fly as much as we want is pretty fantastic.
I think I made that comment on one of your YouTube videos that this summer has been the summer of amazing Illinois spots. Like severely awesome. I feel like I've been sleeping on these spots for almost 4 years. All right, so that's Ghosted FPV.
City driving Revo's RC car. Oh, okay. No Quad Daddy involved. So you guys had a severe lack of nipple tassels in your lives there.
All right, guys. This is the part of the not the nipple tassels, yes, but this is the part of the live stream that makes this live stream a little bit different from everyone. I put a link in the chat. If it's your first time here and you just watch that video, click on the link. It'll bring you to a Google form, and just fill out, you know, how you feel from your perspective that particular video was. And there's a bunch of different categories with descriptions. It should take you all of 30 seconds to fill it out, submit it, and then we can give Ghosted FPV some feedback, which will hopefully inspire him and motivate him, and tell him specifically what to work on for the next for his next freestyle session. So it's that stuff that the reason we do this is we're trying to make people better pilots. So your response is super importante, and I'm gonna get on it myself.
Yeah, and let's give this another watch while everybody's voting.
That's
good job, Remy. Good job on the video, man.
Good job, Ghosted.
And anybody that is you know, putting time and effort into flying and putting out a video and then submitting it here on Super Critical, you know, hats off to you, bro. You know, putting yourself out there for people to score, you know, it's something. Why is this not playing? Come on.
Oh, it was.
Come on,
Internet. It was playing for a second.
There we go.
Okay.
I've got that AT&T fiber, and it's lacking fiber sometimes.
We'll give it a minute and a half.
Give it some grape nuts. Ghosted says he hasn't had a lot of time flying because of work. I hear you, bro. That's part of life, you know. We all have, you know, things that we have to fulfill outside of FPV. And I'm sure if we could, we would all be flying all the time. But you also have to consider the fact that you are working. You know, absence makes the heart grow fonder. That's you know, giving you some extra joy when you do get to go out and fly. Because if you were just out and flying all the time, it might not be as enjoyable at some points.
I would really love to test that myself. Because coming back to work was shockingly hard today.
I want to get sick of FPV.
I would love to want to say, you know, I'm going to take a break
Yeah.
All right, so that's about 2 minutes, so I'm going to give that a pause. And we got 7 responses. So
7 responses.
I am
All
ready
right,
to show.
everybody that is watching, let's switch over, get your votes in. We are going to go over Remy's scores right now.
Cool. Let me know when you can see the scores. And something that, if it doesn't get too out of hand, that we're starting today is anyone who scores a perfect 18 out of 18, and you can actually score 19 points out of 18, but if you get 18 out of 18, you get a limited edition super critical FPV show shirt, but unlike mine, it will say perfect on the back because you got a perfect score, and only those who score perfect will get it. So I'll get your size and we'll send that out to you. So that's a nice. Cool little thing that we're trying, and we'll see how that goes.
I don't even have one of those, so
I don't have one either.
In an elite club.
Yeah.
Let's
All right,
do
so
it.
7 responses. Style. Was it juicy, twitchy, spang, flow, etc.? Whatever it does it look intentional and controlled? It is a 3 there. All
right.
The high score you can get. Speed. How fast is the pilot flying and linking together maneuvers? Looks like we got a 2 there. And difficulty. How hard are the maneuvers of the drone? Looks like we got a 2 there. Trick variety. Looks like we got a 3 there. And originality. Does this pilot stand out from the crowd on this video? And it looks like we got a pervasively a 2 there. And production. Looks like maybe there's some opportunity for improvement there, Ghosted. We got a 1 there. And then the je ne sais quoi point. Does this just give vibes or do it for the audience? We are pervasively yes. So you get the point there. So let's tally it up. And we're looking at 3 plus 2. We're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plus the je ne sais quoi point. That's 14
points
out of a perfect score of 18.
Well done, bro.
Well done, Ghosted. Well done. And hopefully these scores will help you kind of get better. And also, I will do the whole averaging and getting to the decimal point against all the scores entered, and that'll be available in the Facebook group. So join the Facebook group if you're not a part of it, and you'll be able to see your scores and kind of see exactly what everyone said to you. Good job, Ghosted. All right.
I want to know in the chat, what is the thing you're working on FPV wise, as far as like a trick or style or whatever? Like what are you trying to accomplish right now, or what are you wanting to accomplish? I'd love to see it in the chat.
What are you before we get into the next video, are you working on anything right now, Danzy?
Yeah, well, kind of based off of the Marius FPV thing. And then I saw Minchan, he's doing these moves that are like, they're like these quick reverse moves, so you can like enter an obstacle and then quickly kind of like pull back out of it, like rewinds almost. Yeah. So like that sort of thing, and I'm trying to figure out that motion right now and how to incorporate it in a line. I would love to be able to do it in a flowy line and stop and do a reverse and have it make sense. That and Matty flips. I'm able to do like certain I'm able to do Matty flips, but then how do I continue them on to not break my flow?
Yeah,
that's another thing.
So you got a couple things you're working on. I gotta sneeze.
So we got, let's see, Ghosted, he's saying backwards plus flow. Yeah, so the flying backwards thing, I see that. Scorpio is saying try to flow from one trick to another. I think that's great. Like when you're thinking about that sort of thing, yeah, it's very important. I think it helps make everything feel very intentional. Rex Snow is wanting to break reality in every flight. Rex Snow believes he's living in the Matrix.
Well, you need an 8S. You need an 8S lipo for that,
8S,
Rex Snow.
yeah, 8S.
You're not going to do it on 6S, buddy.
Flow. says Revo FPV. Hell yeah, I love it. I love it, man. I think you know, if you're going out and flying, you should always be pushing yourself to do something past your skill level to keep things spicy and interesting. You know.
I just I can't go out anymore without just having something I want to work on. I always do end up flying a couple packs that are I just want to cruise and enjoy flight, but especially as I've gone longer in this hobby, it's become very goal oriented, and because once you get past just the sheer adrenaline shakes from just flying, right, which is amazing. For me, it's my interest has been kept because there's always something new to learn or something to work on or something that I can get cleaner, and that sense of accomplishment is something I think that I'm really getting from even my regular just local spots that I've flown a million times. Just being able to work on something and be like, yeah, I made some progress on X, Y, and Z. Nice. Cool. Up next, we got Scorpio FPV with sunset clips.
All right, let's do it. Let me set it back over. Here we go. Let's rip this.
Beautiful. Just that's my first thought. Beautiful colors. Just
yeah, man.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah.
This cliff face and everything.
This
track is really good too.
Yeah, and I'll put.
She's a boss, she's a bitch. Take that as a compliment.
Great track.
I don't know who is this. Who is this Scorpio? I like this track a lot.
Got some surfers
we
out
got
there.
Some surfers.
I've heard this song before. I can't.
Have you?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who it is though. I like the song.
A little reverse speed action.
I've been trying not to go off the deep end. I don't think you wanna give me a reason. I've been trying not to go off the deep end. I don't think you wanna give me. I've been trying not to go off
Was that was just a bird on top of that rock face, right? Yeah, that had
I think
to be.
so. Yeah. I was having a hard time getting a sense of scale at first.
Dang, dude, what a pretty spot.
Yeah, seriously.
This is like, so your fear here when flying this spot is, am I gonna get my quad back? Because if it goes down in the water, game over, bro. You're likely not getting it back, especially if it's in front of one of these cliff faces here in front of the rocks. Gosh, those colors.
Colors are great. And he's flying very low here. That is hardcore low.
So not your typical freestyle video. It is freestyle. I would still consider that freestyle. But yeah, man, that was sick. Nice job, Scorpio.
Nice job.
Tell me, do you miss San Diego?
Is that San Diego? That's dope.
Oh no, Revo said he just lost his quad in the river. I'm gonna take a drink. Little
all right.
One for the homies right here.
In the chat, it's Scorpio score form. So be kind, and we'll play this one more time to give us the 2-minute counter here.
Let's do
Let's
it.
listen to that dope track again, and then I am also going to participate. Get some feedback. Yeah, it's just a gorgeous video. Kudos, Scorpio.
I don't think you wanna give me a reason to go flip the script. Had a big bone to pick. Got the short end of sticks.
You also notice that in the score form, if you guys want to copy these YouTube links or visit them later, they're all there in the score form. So.
Take that as a compliment. I say I'm
the combination of the visuals and the music are just well done.
All right, make sure you guys are submitting your scores and helping a fellow pilot get better at this hobby we all seem to love.
Oh no, you go! Revo lost his GoPro in the river too. I am so sorry, bro.
The Chicago River? Which river?
I don't know which river. Which river, Revo? I'm sorry, bro. Listen, I may have jinxed it, but I wasn't the one that put the quad over the water. Oh, I'm so sorry, bro. I've lost the quad to Lake Michigan not too long ago.
Ooh.
And that was like, oh, I had such epic footage. I had such great footage, and I just kind of decided to go for this one more thing. Like, I wasn't even mad that I lost the GoPro. I mean, I was mad I lost the GoPro, but I was more mad that I lost the footage. All right.
Hey, we only got 4 responses so far. If you are out there, make sure you're hitting submit. Let's give Scorpio some feedback.
Let's do
out there.
Yeah, in the chat, if you see there is a link to a Google Forms, just go ahead, click on it, and give it a rating real quick.
I'm gonna give this 10 seconds.
Yeah, let's give it a little more time.
I think that one deserves a little bit more feedback from this crew here.
Yeah.
Who's out there? That
great video nonetheless, Scorpio. I enjoyed that one thoroughly. And he says he does miss San Diego a lot. Yeah, you know, that weather out there, I'm sure, was wonderful. There we go. 2 more responses, right? We're at 6.
Boom. We're
Thank
good.
you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Ooh, okay. All right. Let me know when you can see the form.
I see it. Yeah, we're up
Sweet.
On screen, baby. You're live.
So here we are. Scorpio FPV. There's 7 responses. Good. Oh, that last one really kind of put it over the top. So
tip the scales.
Style, we have 3. Speed, we have 3. Difficulty, it's a split between 2 and 3, so we'll call that 2.5. Trick variety, 1. Originality, 2. And production, 3. I wholeheartedly agree. And the je ne sais quoi point, 100% there. 100%. I cannot agree more. Yes, that just gave me the vibe.
To me, that's a perfect score right there. 100% on je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, I mean, Dan and I have talked about this, and it's really the je ne sais quoi point is kind of the most important point when it comes to reaching an audience, right? Like, it doesn't matter if it's nothing or whatever. If you're just looking to communicate something, if you get the je ne sais quoi point, you're kind of winning, right?
Yeah, 100%.
But let's total them up, just for the sake of the t-shirt, right? So style, we have 8 responses now, so it's changed a little bit. We'll call it that 2.5 plus 3, that's 5.5. Plus
Jinx FPV entered the chat. What's
up,
Jinx?
Jinx? 7.5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 out of 18. Very impressive for what I would say is borderline a cinematic, kind of cinematic flying video to pull that high of a number without any kind of like super hardcore tricks or whatever we consider typical freestyle. Nice job, Scorpio, and thank you very much for the input from the audience. We can dissect your score more tomorrow when I post up all the analytics. So good job. So Billy's out there, Jinx is up there, and I gotta say, I lost a quad, and Dan knows this, and so does Billy and Jinx. But let me just say, I put a quad in a place that was very hard to get to. About, I don't know, was that a week ago? And I just gotta say, it was very kind of the community to take it upon themselves to get that thing down. And Dan spent like 4 hours with me and my wife trying to get it down. And I'm just so humbled by everyone just kind of So, and none of the people who ended up getting it had not met them in real life. So, that's a big reason why I even started thinking about doing a freestyle event, just because I wanted to contribute in my own way back to the community. So we'll talk a little bit about that more, but I just want to say thank you very much to everyone for showing me personally some love. I very much appreciate it, and it has changed me. And so I'm hoping to give back in more ways. So thank you. Cool.
All right. Good job, Scorpio. Again, very enjoyable video.
Yeah, very enjoyable. That was fun.
Let's go on to the next one. Who we got up next on deck?
Revo. Oops. Hold your horses. Is it Revo or Revo?
Oh, you know what? I don't know exactly.
I'm going to go with Revo FPV for now, and
Yeah.
then if anyone would like to correct me, I'm open for that. But he's got his Quarry Proxy FPV edit, and I'm going to turn up the volume here, and we can give this a look.
Yeah, I know the song instantly from the moment I heard it. This is Oliver Tree, who I'm a big fan of.
Ooh, okay. Those yaw under obstacles like he's doing here they were very appreciated at I/O. I could hear a lot of people, as other people were doing them, were very impressed by that circular movement under and around objects. And it does look really good.
Yeah, it does look really good. I mean, it gives you that fixed point that you're focusing on while the rest of the world is moving very sharply around you. It's very good looking. It's why Matty flips look really good. You know what I mean? Or trippy spins, or orbits. You know,
it's interesting because I always consider that an orbit, but I think when you're going under something, having that extra obstacle to swing past the top or the bottom gives it another dimension that I really have to appreciate. I think so. Was there a bump there?
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if he hit it or not. It looked like he hit it. But,
I thought I saw a little collision, yeah.
But it was smooth. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, you're good. You're good.
It's just in the moment. Revo, like Evo, like a Lancer evolution. Lancer Evo. Revo.
Did you say
so we were
Revo
both saying it wrong.
Wait, like the what? Revo, like the Lancer
evolution. Mitsubishi Lancer.
I love how I didn't know any of the reference there. I was like, what's he talking about?
I know it because I know everything.
How long is that thing?
Not true.
I want you to. I want him to fly to the. Oh, you know
to
what?
The end of it.
Yeah,
gated
but I think it's gated off. The reason is the recovery is gnarly. Yeah, but you have someone coming at you with a shotgun.
Oh, and I'm just noticing this. What happened?
It's over.
It's over? It just ended like that?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Revo does that.
Revo.
Is it Revo? Yeah. He does
He
that.
wants to shock you in your ending.
Yeah, just like, and we're done.
Well, good job. I just noticed that he drives a Lancer Revolution at the end there.
Okay.
Yeah, very nice rip. Very nice rip. Let's get that scorecard going out there.
Scorecard. The form is in the chat. Make sure you are participating. That's what makes this different.
Yes.
I'm going to do that myself. And let's get this going again. And then we'll use that as the timer. And I'll pull the volume down.
He's got a 2-minute thing. 2 minute 43 seconds.
All right. And I'm curious, after you guys score this, well, I'll wait till everyone gets back. I'm wondering how people are liking these categories.
Yeah. The flight style is so smooth here. Man, one of the things that, even from the time I started, because, I mean, I started flying about 3.5 years ago, something like that. And the amount of progression that I've seen
Great point.
in FPV is crazy. And not only that, the progression in FPV in the last year is nuts. You know?
I made that comment to Maddie Blunts at IO because it's been 2 years since the last one, and for the game of quad, the things that people were doing, and just even on the just free flying, there was only one person I knew of that attempted and successfully hit the silo dive, which, by the way, was too gnarly for me. I didn't want to break my quads, and so I tried it maybe twice, just minimally. But there was a handful of people who were nailing that silo dive, and one guy, the same guy who won the medal for doing it first this year, he also did it backwards, and that silo was gnarly. And it's crazy the level, like in the game of quad, what people were attempting to throw that is like what was unheard of 2 years ago. Just people were just hadn't done Maddies yet 2 years ago,
right?
And that was just a normal thing.
And now you're like behind. I feel like, Maddies are just like a regular thing to do now.
It's a fundamental trick that it's definitely challenging to do, but it's one of those tricks that I think is part of the vocabulary. All right, so we went a little long on that one. 2.5 minutes. We got 9 responses. Good stuff. Awesome. Let me know when you can see the score.
We are looking at the score right now, Franco.
All right.
You got the board.
Revo, it is 3 for style, a 3 for speed, a 2 for difficulty, a 3 for trick variety. That's interesting. 3 for originality, and a 2 for production. And he did get the je ne sais quoi point. So let's see where that lands him. Very good job.
Very good job. I enjoyed that video.
3, 6, plus 2 is 7, 8, plus 3 is 11, plus 3 is 14, 15, 16, 17.
17. One shy. We almost had our first 18 of the night.
Almost had a t-shirt video. Very close. The people have spoken, but excellent score. Well
done, Revo.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into the heads of the people who have submitted. I'm thinking, like what can he work on? And I guess from this score, it would be really the difficulty level, and then the production quality. But if you take away production, and if we're just talking about flying, you're doing pretty damn good. And I think the spot itself lends itself to a certain level of difficulty.
Yeah. Well, listen, dude was hitting a lot of tight gaps. I mean, there was the one that he's flying down the line of the conveyor belt thingy, and then he hits a super small gap. That was really good.
And
I remember that. Yeah. And here's the thing with FPV is a majority of it is shared through videos. So production quality, I feel like, is just as important as a lot of the other flying is,
Yeah, and we have to consume it that way, so we can't. And Dan Z and I have talked about that, right? And it's definitely just a part of this part of the hobby. I mean, it's just part of it. All right, cool.
Ghosted brought up a good question in the chat, and he's asking, any tips on what's good production? So production, in the sense that we're using it here on this scorecard, is a very kind of broad term, and I kind of got the sense that it boils down to, as far as how people are scoring it, onto the quality of the image, and then if you're doing an edit, the kind of like purposefulness and the tempo of the edit. So I would say the number one thing to focus on would be getting your image right, and that would range from a thing of your exposure, and then also how well your quad is flying.
Yeah, that's a big one.
If your quad is super shaky and kind of all over the place, like, it's going to be harder for people to watch and appreciate. You really have to have a smooth flying quad.
I would love to see the chat talk about, just when you think, hey, that's a well produced video, what is it that you're seeing? I think that would be cool to see what the audience has to say there. For me, if I was asked, hey, put up a video or put up a pilot name where the production quality is really good, it would be like Ladrib. You don't think so? Well, that's just for me, Ladrib's videos, his flight edits, I think, are really solid. He makes there's one that I think from years ago that I thought he made some really interesting choices from a color perspective. It was like in the desert and it was really boring. But the majority of his stuff, I think, is really well put together and intentional. And the other one I think is Matty Stunts, when he was posting up videos. I really liked his stuff, and I thought it was just well put together from a production standpoint. And there's tons, I mean, but if you're looking for kind of common examples, that's kind of my feel.
Yeah. No, I think I agree with you, especially Drib with his vlogs were always really good.
Oh yeah.
But when he puts out flight videos, he makes really interesting color choices, and he always likes to put a bit of extra magenta into all of his videos, and I kind of feel like he feels like it's his kind of signature stamp or something.
Yeah.
But to me, it just always feels a little off. The sky is always a little weird looking, and the whites are always a bit off, and but it doesn't matter because his video, I still love watching his videos. So yeah. So anyway.
Got you.
Yeah. That's one of the things is, content is king. So no matter what, as long as the flying is good and captivating, that is ultimately going to win out.
I agree, but I also think that the movement of your quad, right, and how it captures the footage. So during your video, Ghosted, and again, this is just my opinion and Danzy's opinion. Like, we don't represent kind of any. This is just two guys who happen to have the mic. In yours, I noticed that there was prop wash, right? And I couldn't tell if it was from maybe just bent props, but that is, for me as a viewer, seeing kind of oscillations in the footage makes the movement of the drone itself harder to appreciate, because I'm human and I'm so used to seeing everything being super smoothed out and just super polished, and just not even FPV, just commercials and TV and YouTube, everything just looks so polished that when we see something that's a little rough around the edges, just because maybe you're flying on bent props, and I fly on bent props all the time, and it just whatever, I don't care, it's just flying. But that can be the distracting part that detracts from the production quality of your video. So maybe that's something to think about when you're cutting together footage, is just, hey, is anything distracting the viewer? Could anything be potentially distracting to the viewer from what I'm trying to do with the quad?
Yeah, and Ghosted brought up a question: is RunCam 5 orange enough? Question mark. And I would just point you to PDevX. PDevX. He flies RunCam orange, or at least up until recently, he only flew a RunCam orange, and his stuff is next level, bro.
Yeah,
So,
I didn't even know that PDevX ran a RunCam orange.
Yeah,
What's funny about that question is that the way I wanted to answer it was maybe it needs a little bit more red in the coloring of the camera's body.
No,
not in the color grading, in the actual case. Because I thought he was asking, is it orange enough?
Oh, no. I think Ghosted, in your case, from what I've seen progression on many levels. The one thing that has been consistent is vibrations and just kind of overall shakiness in footage.
It wasn't last week or our last live stream, yours, Ghosted, if I remember correctly. I remember thinking, did he start using ND filters? Because it was getting a lot of those little micro vibrations out and kind of smoothing out some of the jello. So you're getting there.
It's kind of hard to say without seeing it directly, but I think you need to pay attention a little bit more to your tune and possibly ND filters to take out smaller oscillations in your footage. But yeah. Anyway.
Just get better, Ghosted.
Great question.
God damn it. Just get better. Figure it out, bro. Just playing.
He's doing good.
Good questions.
Doing good.
Yeah. All right. Up next.
Who we got?
We got Jacob Martin. First time on the show.
Jacob Martin, thank you for joining us.
But this is pushing my limits. And if I'm thinking this is the right person, well, let's just watch. Here we go. This is a good example of what we were just talking about, Ghosted. I could see that he's got some cracks in his
either lens or
on the lens. Yeah, and so it's a little bit distracting, right? So
I mean, it's part of FPV though. Like, you're not going to fly the later. You know, you gotta fly. This spot here. I love me some parking garages lately. Like, all I want to do is fly parking garages.
That
I don't think this is Illinois.
No, I think this Jacob Martin, if I'm thinking correctly, is a Kansas City pilot.
Okay. Hell yeah, Kansas.
I believe I got, or maybe not, but I think I first got exposed to Jacob Martin on Goon Squad. Definitely has a lot of control over the quad.
This spot's pretty sick. I'm very interested
in there.
In that. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too.
Yeah, you're thinking
in those stairs.
Okay.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh yeah, like the bottom is cool too. I like this track.
Yeah, this is a little bonk, little head bonk there.
I never park at the top of a structure because I always think if I fall to the ground, it'll be a really long walk.
I like going to the middle.
It's so weird.
I like going to the middle of the structure because I feel like it gives the best penetration overall.
For me, in this particular scenario, I probably would have parked between the two buildings. I don't know if that's right or wrong. That's just where I naturally would try to go.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the most interesting part of this spot is the parking garage. Just because when you look at these buildings, It's not like there's much to them. They're boxes. You know what I mean? All the gaps and everything are in the parking garage.
I like.
It's nice though. There are some moves that he's pulled off here that I'm a big fan of.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I wanted that. I wanted that for him. I wanted that for him.
That was so
that would have been
beautiful until it wasn't.
I wanted that for him for sure. Those are so hard.
Those
in parking
so
garages,
hard,
those are so hard.
Yes, in parking garages, they're very hard.
Yeah, the space is so small. Oh, please go for it again. That would be so dope if we went for it again. Get in there. Yep. And then go up.
Redemption. Let's get the redemption.
Come on, bro. Do it. Ah, get back in there, bro. No.
I don't know if he's gonna go back for it. Maybe he'll go back for it later. Maybe he didn't do it on this day.
I did that with you for the very first time, and it was a huge hole, and I was so excited for it.
Was that at floats?
Yeah, it floats.
Yeah.
I did it once.
Oh, what up, ladder?
Successfully. Here we go.
Ooh, I like that move where he went through sideways there. He's like, I feel like that's working up to something more.
This spot's sick.
This spot is sick.
This spot's sick.
Nice.
Enjoyable.
Well done.
For sure.
Who was
that? That was Jacob Martin.
Jacob Martin.
Very good job.
Good job.
Thank
Very
you for
good
submitting
job,
that.
bro.
That was a fun watch. All right, in the chat, I'm going to drop the form to Jacob Martin's scorecard. Be sure to hit that. Give a newcomer and thank you very much for submitting if you're out there or you're going to watch this later, and give a newcomer a warm welcome by giving him some feedback. I'm going to do that myself.
Yes, sir. Let's run that video again for the first 2 minutes or so.
Got it. Oop. Oops. Oh. Let's present that again. All right. Get those responses in.
Another thing, production-wise, music track. The music track that you select also has some weight to it. Wait, click here to enlarge playback. Get out of here. Oh, I'm sorry, boys.
All right, we got 6 responses so far. We got another minute and a half. I don't mind watching this for our minute and 10 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, this is... this
that,
here?
Yeah.
I wish he went down it. I wish he went down that little gap. I feel like he found himself in there and panic throttled out, which I probably would have done the same. But gosh, I wish he would have held on to that because that would have been sick.
That section, the stairwell section is so gnarly. It's awesome.
That move also, that like half roll to then like pitch through whatever that is called.
The juicy flick.
Yeah, but it's like an upside down juicy flick, whatever. He did that so smoothly. That is one of those things that I'm trying to work on. And that is so important that you roll and yaw the right amount so that you're rolling and the world is staying level. You know what I mean?
Where is it? I want to see it.
Are you trying to go back? Okay.
Yeah, I just went back. We're at the 2 minutes. I just want to see this little.
I think it's coming up right here. Right here.
Oh,
right there.
wait. let's see.
So
that
he
again.
was
So it's
before he started pitching through, he was
rolling,
completely upside down,
rolling.
which helps make that look really good.
Yeah, that looks really good. I didn't
Yeah,
even understand what I was watching until
yeah,
we came back to
and
it.
I find that when I've been trying that same maneuver recently, I go upside down, but then I'm pitched. But once I'm upside down, I'm pitched too far up. So then it, like, the axis is just a bit off and it doesn't look as good as it could. So
Yeah,
that was well executed.
Yeah, because he's rolling and it feels like a really clean roll, but he's also pitching to keep the root. Because whenever I do it as two separate sections and it looks really jerky because I get the roll and then I'm like not looking at anything and then I'm like flipping forward and I'm just missing that look at the ceiling that I think really captures, I think, the coolness of that move.
Yeah, he blends it well.
I'm gonna have to make a note.
He blended it well. He blended it very well, very well.
All right,
very
so
well
we got
done.
good job, Jacob Martin. Let's check out your scores, brother. All right, nice style. We got the 2 speed, 2 difficulty. We have a 2 trick variety, 2.5. I'm kind of in agreement with everything except for trick variety. I think he's doing a lot there, but the people have spoken. Originality 2, production 2, and the je ne sais quoi point. We have a yes.
Yeah.
So let's
very
count
well
it up.
Done.
Very well done. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 2.5 is 8.5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Out of a possible perfect 18. Not bad for a first submission.
Well done.
I think the glass being broken was just kind of challenging for people from a production standpoint.
Yeah, maybe.
Cool. Well, good job, Jacob Martin.
That was a good video.
Fun watch. I think that was the first rewind of the night. That was definitely gonna work on that trick now.
Yeah.
Find a tree to do that under.
Right.
So this is the
Who's
last
next?
one that I have set up for it. I'm going to check the Facebook group, but Diddy FPV
Diddy
was one of the kind gentlemen to get my quad down with a 40-foot ladder and all that. So thankful to him. But let's get this up. This is Diddy FPV. And here we go. Young Rippers. Is that the crew?
Oh, that is the truck that I thought was old Quad Daddy Nipple Tassels.
Quad Daddy's truck is red, I think.
Is it? I thought he had a silver truck. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. I don't think I've met Diddy in real life.
I have had the pleasure of doing so. He handed me my quad back.
Good dude.
And my claw, I forgot.
Your claw?
Yeah, I forgot my claw there.
Your claw got left there?
Yeah. I thought I grabbed it. And also my fishing line.
So Diddy here is flying this is the backside of Pearson, isn't it?
Is it? I've never been back there.
Yeah, I've never actually. I've drove by it. I drove through there, and I was like, yeah. But he's actually flying here, so it's great bit of different perspective.
He's hauling ass.
Quad Daddy said his truck is red. I am wrong.
It's okay. I saw it a lot.
So no music.
Yeah.
No music here. He's just going for
raw.
the raw
Just raw.
vibes.
Listen to my motors. Your motors sound great, by the way.
They do.
Mine sound like a bag of bolts.
It took me so long to be able to like hear the difference between good and bad motor noise.
Listen to my motors. That's bad.
Yeah.
And then everything else is good. It sounds so good. It sounds so good.
My motors don't sound good for very long. I beat the hell out of them, and then I tend to fly really beat up props with them too. Yeah. Diddy, I think another young buck. I believe he like helps run a program at his high school for drone racing or something.
Is he in high school?
I think so. I think he's about to get out. He's moving on to the next phase of his life. Oh, I wish he would have shot the gap between the tree and the light post.
Yeah. Get under there. Get under there.
I also wish he would go inside of Pearson to fly it.
I'm now scared of that place, so I can't say that.
Scared of it? You ain't scared. You ain't scared.
I definitely underestimated the recovery. In my mind, it was a lot simpler, so I just needed.
Yeah. That's part of the reason I don't fuck with those balconies up there. I have a very if I can't go and get my quad back, I don't feel too tempted about flying a spot.
Well, see, that's the thing. I was like, I can get myself.
Nice.
But nice job, Diddy.
Well done, Diddy.
Yeah, some of the stuff that I was doing there, I now question whether or not I should do it. All right,
I gotta see the flight from that one that got stuck up there.
You know, I haven't even looked at the GoPro of that yet.
No. Very nicely done, Diddy.
Very nicely done. All right, so here's the most important part of this particular live stream is giving some feedback, and here we are.
Jinx FPV calling it out as well that tune is solid. I would agree.
Solid. Yeah.
I would agree. Hey, and for those of you guys that have been here from the beginning or from mostly the beginning or, have been here for a while, thank you. Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Yeah.
And watching and voting. It means a lot. We're putting on this show to hopefully not only entertain ourselves but entertain you guys as well, and hopefully we're providing some sort of helpful feedback too. So let's give Diddy another play while the voting goes down.
I was already giving feedback. I was so excited.
Oh, he is a Young Ripper because he's part of that Young Rippers crew, which I think is the Bubby thing.
Oh, is that a Bubby crew? That's cool.
I think that's a Bubby thing. Yeah, he's reached out to the younger pilots out there. I think that's super cool.
Got 6 responses so far. I was a little late to start this. We'll go to the 1.5-minute mark. Get those responses in, folks. And while we watch that, I'm just going to double check to make sure that there is not more submissions.
More people submitting. Diddy, we got to get you flying on the inside of this spot, bro. He's also, I'm noticing, flying without any hypersmooth. The hypersmooth thing is
solid.
That tune is great. The hypersmooth thing is the debate comes and goes, and I feel like the pendulum swings back and forth on it.
I started seeing I started seeing that debate starting to happen again.
Yeah.
And I definitely was on the no hypersmooth. I'm definitely on the hypersmooth train now just because I'm tired of fighting it. And Dan and I were out flying, and I was saying, yeah, man, I'm so pissed because I totally turned the cheat code on, and my footage still looks shaky as shit. So I'm pissed.
I was very anti hypersmooth for a while, and then I ended up realizing that the onus of like making an interesting flight just is not predicated on whether you use hypersmooth or not. That being said, if you have a sick flight and you're not using hypersmooth, gives a little bit extra. It gives a little bit extra to it. But I also, while flying without hypersmooth gives it that little bit extra, I don't think flying with hypersmooth takes away. If that makes sense.
It does make sense. And the reason I can only speak from my own experience and having really stayed away from hypersmooth, I think, a really long time. I think the reason I turned it on was for my videos. I wanted one, it does make my flying look better. I don't know about everyone else's flying, but hypersmooth makes my flying look more polished. And for people less familiar with FPV, it makes my content, like the videos I put up, a little bit more palatable. And I'm not talking about people who own a Mavic. I'm talking about my sister, who is interested in just what I'm doing. And, she's like, yeah, I like watching your videos. I try not to get sick, and it's like, okay, the hypersmooth can help with that. Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of why I turned it on, is for kind of all the other viewers. But from I mean, I've compared, because I look at all my footage, it's like, it looks cooler to me. So
I don't know. That's a debate that'll go on forever. Rex Snow says, "Leave the crutches out of flight videos." He has a strong opinion on it, and I don't disagree with his opinion. I also don't fully agree. I definitely was in the camp of that before, and I am not so much anymore. But yeah, it is what it is. Let's look at Diddy's scorecard, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. 7 responses, good stuff. All right, let me know when you see it.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Style
2, speed 2, difficulty.
Yeah, he was going pretty fast.
Yeah. Difficulty 1.5.
Okay. Yeah,
variety,
I
1.5.
definitely saw where he could be pushing himself a little bit more.
Originality 1.
Yeah.
Production 1. And the je ne sais quoi point, we're going to say no on this one. But, it's a pretty raw video. And again, this is just the score of the video, not of your piloting skills, and not of you as a FPV pilot or as a person by any means.
And not as of your value as a human being, which we know.
That's my other live stream.
Granted, you're helping retrieving DadBod's quad. You would rate a 10 out of 5.
Yeah.
On that front, as far as a human being goes.
That's the other live stream we do called Hypercritical, where we rate you as a human being.
Yeah. How decent of a human being are you?
And we just grade your life. But this is not that live stream. So let's count your score up on this particular video. That's a 2 plus a 2 is 4, 5.5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 18. Not bad. Some room for improvement from a video standpoint, but I look forward to seeing more from this young ripper.
I want more Diddy in the future. Let's look at any other feedback for the videos. Sick video, yes.
Needs
music, but you're a speedy one.
Does Diddy race? Is he a racer? Okay.
I think he might. I may be making up some sort of narrative in my head that he's takes part in some sort of drone racing club, or maybe it's just like a drone club at his high school. But yeah, the music thing, I mean, Steele never puts music on his videos, or hardly ever.
I think it's like Hypersmooth. It just makes it more palatable, you know. Just even throwing a little bit of music underneath there, just, you know.
What I think putting a music track on your video does is gives an insight into you as a pilot. It is an extension of your voice in a way.
I would agree.
Yeah. Nice work. Keep sharing, please. 100% agree with that, Diddy. Please keep pushing yourself as a pilot and keep sharing. And nice flight. Nice flight, bro.
It is fun to watch the progress. So please keep sharing. Please keep posting. It's probably one of the best pieces of advice anyone ever gave me in this hobby. Is just keep sharing. Be part of the conversation. All right. Up next, we have another regular on the show. We have Bad Mech Aaron. I think we have two more. So this one plus another one. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm excited. For some reason, I thought we were about to wrap up, and I was a bit sad. Wait, hold on. I'm going back.
No.
Oh, this spot right here. So I just shared this with Aaron the other day. This is a spot that I actually helped build.
That's so funny.
I spent a lot of time on the BMX bike, and me and my buddies weren't the guys that originally built this spot. Some guys started the spot in the late 90s or something, and then we came back and we turned it into something much, much more. And then we handed off the baton to somebody else who then really blew up the spot and turned it into like an actual public park. Later, Jinx. Have a good night, man. Thank you for joining us. But anyway, yeah, this is a BMX set of dirt jumps that before my back went to shit, I spent a lot of time here.
All right. Well, here we go. The Garden BMX by Bad Mech Aaron.
So this is the main line. These jumps right here are the ones that, and this berm. That berm I built almost by myself.
It's so crazy.
But that main line was like the original big line that we built. And
is it just dirt? Is it just dirt packed down?
It's
That's
all
so
dirt,
crazy.
yeah.
Slow motion here.
And then this was the left line, which they now call Comet. But yeah, this was like the big line that was built up later. I remember me and my buddy, we both broke our collarbones here.
Oh my God.
And then just like on the same day, 15 minutes apart, on the same jump, we broke the same collarbone.
Is that something without an ambulance comes out?
And we were roommates, so like we looked like it was ridiculous, bro. We both had our shit in a sling.
Is that an ambulance ride, or is that just something that you just get in the car? And
no, we rode our bikes home and just dealt with it.
I don't know. I don't understand that fundamentally. Just dealing with a broken collarbone. I've never broke a bone in my body.
Oh no?
No.
I've broken a few thanks to good old BMX bike.
Yeah, BMX is gnarly.
That's the in and out line.
That was a really interesting yaw. It almost looked for a second. I was like, is that? I almost thought, is this a 360 cam? But I think it was just a good, solid yaw.
Oh, Fuse joining us. George, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Fuse?
Thank you for popping by. We got a young buck on a free ride bike. Yeah, this spot right here is very, very, very close to my house.
This would be a cool spot just to freestyle, to be honest with you. There's some natural gaps here.
Yeah, there's a good amount.
Very cool.
It's also right next to a high school, and us building this park here has really ruined the, between period pot smoking for the high schoolers that
What?
that used to go. It's literally right next to a high school.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of kids that from the high school would come out here to smoke reefer between classes or after classes or whatever. But now we built this thing. We cleared all the brush. We made walking paths and whatever. So it took that away from them a little bit. But fuck them.
Screw you, kids.
Yeah, it's recreational now. Like, do whatever.
All right, I'm going to start the video over again. We'll use that as the 2-minute timer to collect some feedback on Bad Mechanisms, the Garden BMX. I'm going to do that myself. For those of you who are new, there's a link in the chat to this video. Just score it. Just give us your perspective and give a fellow pilot some good feedback that he can take to improve his skills.
The other little fun fact about this spot is that it is on the site of what was called what was it called? I'm blanking on it right now. It was an amusement park. This all used to be an amusement park, and a majority of this was like a ride where you would splash through water. I forget what. I can't believe I can't
Any of it
remember.
left?
The only thing that's left are these like cement canals for where the boats used to get routed back through. But no, all of it is gone. But can you imagine? The high school was right next to an amusement park. So before it became like the local pot smoking spot for the kids, they would have to go to school and like look out the window and see an amusement park. How crazy is that? It's like if your high school was right next to Six Flags or something.
Special kind of torture.
Yeah.
All right. How much? We got about 15 seconds left. I think we're a little light on the responses. If you are out there, I'm sure that your fellow pilot would enjoy some feedback. So go ahead and get those in. We'll give it 10 more seconds.
I like how this dude jumped into the other guy.
Yeah, this is the funny part of the video.
I bet you he was. I can't see. That was. Brakes. I'm not sure what happened. Quad Daddy's asking, is DeVry still there? DeVry is no longer there. It is now DePaul. It's another high school. So there's now 2 high schools right next to each other, which is very interesting. It went from DeVry to being like a nursing school to now being another high school, DePaul Prep. Anyway, do we have our scorecard for Aaron here?
We do, and we're getting a little light on the responses, maybe because it's getting later. But here we go. Let me know when you can see. Oh, there's another one.
There we go. We got another one.
All right, I'm ready when you are.
Let's do it. Let's
All right, so just eyeballing this. Style comes in at a 1.5. Speed is 1. It's Chase.
It's a hard thing to judge, right? I thought he did a pretty good job of following.
Yeah, production 2. And Genesis Quad Point didn't hit this time, but we appreciate the submission for sure. We can total this up because we do this for every single video. 1.5 plus 1, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 6.5.
Good night, Ghosted.
8.5.
Thank you for joining us, bro.
Later,
Thank you
Ghosted.
for sticking around. You were here from the beginning. Have
Good
a
job.
Good one, sir.
Good improvement. Good questions. So I think we're at 8.5. Not bad for a chase video. Not
Nice.
Your traditional freestyle video. And we appreciate the submission. Good job.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
All right. So there is one more from a gentleman that I've had a chance to fly with a couple times.
Who we got?
It
Who's
is
on deck here?
It is Matty FPV, and he just sent this to me in Messenger. So let me get this going. This is the gentleman who won the Multi-GP.io Freestyle Championship, beating Mr. Steele.
Mr. Who?
Mr. Steele.
Who?
Mr. Steele.
Get out of here.
FPV,
I don't know Mr. Steele anymore.
In a judged freestyle contest. This was his winning run at Multi-GP.
Oh, okay.
So this is
Hell
the run.
Let's see it.
Give me 1 second just to get the scorecard ready because I want to make sure that that's ready to go as soon as we finish. But this is our last one. So for those of you who are still watching, I would love to see what you think of this new scorecard. Is it what you expected? Is it helpful? Do you like this? I like it personally, but I would love to find out what you guys think. So, when are you flying next, Dan Z?
When am I flying next? That is a very good question because I just found out that my upcoming weekend is much busier than I had anticipated it being, and weekends are generally the time I get to fly. So, TBD on that one.
Got it. All right, I'm ready to go. Well, I hope you find some time. Here we go. Matty FPV, winning run at Multi-GP International Open Freestyle.
1, 2, 3, we are on R2. Matty, are you ready?
There's that table.
It was windy, huh?
It always is. Big flat field. Big opening. This is my
oh, this was that table setup.
Yeah, that's that table setup. I remember because I was in the middle of doing something, and I remember missing the very first part of this, and I started looking at the monitor. I think maybe 10 seconds from now, and I thought, who's flying right now? And I started looking around for Matty FPV. Yeah, it was right here. That's where I started watching. I remember that. That was a gnarly power loop in that conduit thing.
This is all conduit?
That's all conduit, yeah. It was just destroying quads left and right.
Oh my god, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it seemed like they had like kind of 4 main obstacles, right?
Yeah.
The crane thing, the silo, the table, and then the pyramid deal. Pyramid quad.
Yeah, I mean,
business.
I was surprised not more people weren't using. Oh, it looks like we have one more submission. I was really surprised more people weren't using the barn thing.
Ooh, look at that backwards dive.
Yeah, that was he was the first and only person to do that particular backwards dive in the competition.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, this is okay. How long did they give you guys to fly?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting format. Very different.
I like it. It's 2 minutes. You get 2 rounds, and they drop the lowest score. So everyone goes twice, and your highest score is what you post. Nice job, Maddie FPV. Thank you very much for submitting that. Let me send that over to the chat.
Yeah, let's do it. Interesting bit of feedback here. Strange Dave saying he likes the 1 through 5 scoring better.
Do you like the categories better, or do you like just more granularity?
I think the more granularity, and I think I might have to agree a little bit.
Giving it more. Yeah, there was a couple points there during tonight where I was like, I really wish I could give it 2.5, which would mean if we had a 1 to 5, I could have given it a 4, right, or a 2 or whatever. Just a little more granular. That's interesting.
Quad Daddy eating some questionable brownies today, and you gotta watch the expiration date on those, my friend. Very well done, Maddie FPV.
Well done,
Let's
Maddie
get
FPV.
The scoring. Let's get the scoring out there. This is a very, very different style of freestyle video.
All right, so I'm gonna do this myself. This track is growing on me for sure. So make sure that you're hitting the link and giving Maddie FPV from Kansas City. Make sure you're giving him his feedback on this video, his first submission on the Super Critical live stream.
I look at that table setup. You were saying steel was like sliding across the tables, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So he was treating it like a skateboard or something. Yeah. And I feel like I would have been doing the same thing, looking at that, because that's all I, with my background growing up riding BMX bikes and whatever. I'm like, oh, that thing's a ramp right there.
Yeah, I think that's the intention. Luckily, I had flown with Rex Snow and put air mode on a better accessible switch, and I was able to
utilize it.
Because when you have air mode on, it's just bumping all over the place. And I think with the KISS stuff, it treats those a lot better. It treats moving across an object a lot better than beta flight with air mode on. So, I was definitely thankful for that tip from Rick Snow, as well as that little juicy flick he taught me, or like that's bang movement that he taught me.
Yeah. So Strange Dave saying that he liked more granularity.
Okay, I'm gonna take that into account.
And I think that is definitely something to think about. Originally, I thought, I'd like it if the scoring was simplified, but now when we're simplifying the scoring, I'm like, maybe it is better when there's a little more choice there.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, and again, this is a work in progress. What's nice though is that, a perfect score is a perfect score, and we can just figure out kind of how we get to there. So 5 responses so far. That was 2 minutes. Just give it 10 more seconds to give a relatively local pilot and the champion of multi-GPIO freestyle some feedback from this audience. I'm sure he would appreciate it. But I think we're gonna we've gotten all we're going to get this late in the game. Got 6 responses from 6 people. So.
Here we go.
Thank
you very much, everybody.
Very good.
Let's go over to the scorecard.
Style 3, speed 2.5. I could argue on that one. He was moving fast, in my opinion. Difficulty 3, trick variety 3, originality 2, production 1. And the je ne sais quoi point is a yes.
Yes.
So we got 3 plus 2.5. That's 5.5. 8.5. 11.5. 13.5. I'm sorry. 14.5. 15.5 out of
18.
18. A very solid score. And again, this is a challenge. I think for the 1 pack runs, this is challenging, especially because it was a set course. And so I think the scoring might differentiate a little bit because, this is more of a video and the production kind of works against you on this one. But
yeah,
a really solid score. If you just drop the production piece, I think that, relatively your score goes up. An excellent entry, Matty FPV. And he is one of the finalists in the Kansas City freestyle series that I get to participate in next month. So I get to go head to head. And he was the only pilot who beat me when I went to Kansas City to try to qualify in real life.
Well, there
So
you go.
I have lost to Matty FPV on multiple occasions.
Nemesis.
And Quad Daddy, did you throw me one? I'm down to stay. I know we're over our time here a little bit, Dan Z. But
It's fine, bro. I'll just bill you.
Okay. I want to get to Quad Daddies.
Let's do it. We got one from Quad Daddy Nipple Tassels here.
Yeah. And let's I just want to make sure that I have a scorecard ready for him. So give me 1 second before we look at this. To do this.
Excuse me. Do you fly quads? Kiss V2 analog. Title of this video.
Quad Daddy was telling me about how great Kiss was in FedTech.
Excuse me. Do you fly quads? Do you?
Break quads.
I do break quads. This is the golf buildings, Gallagher buildings. This is a good spot right here.
What is this? What spot are we talking about? I'm interested in seeing this. All right, here we go.
I don't know if you've flown this spot. I don't know if you've joined the special boys and the special crew at the special spot.
I've seen this plenty. Is this in Schaumburg?
Listen, bro. Where it is isn't important. It's just important that you haven't flown there with us yet.
Some good practice for Maddie flips. So I'm gonna sneeze.
So I see here Quad Daddy has that Ladrib inspired magenta going on.
That's just the way the world looked that day, bro.
Yeah, this is a pretty good spot right here, actually. There's actually, I've flown here a couple of times. There's like a big tree section there that I haven't fully explored. There's a dive here next to the building. If you wedge a door open in the staircase, it's a pretty gnarly dive.
I noticed that I've been using the word gnarly a lot more since we started doing this live stream. I don't have a problem with it.
Matty FPV saying thanks for the scores. I'll make sure to give a better production next time. Listen, bro, I fault you nothing at the production of multi-GP IO freestyle contest. Well done.
Well done. Thank you for participating. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
And congrats on the dub, my friend.
Big congrats. It's huge. You should have seen that trophy. I was so jelly. It's such a nice trophy.
This parking garage. I'm a big fan of this parking garage.
There was a moment, Quad Daddy. Ooh. Oh, I thought you were gonna go backwards up the thing. Ooh.
What is that, like caution tape? What's going on there?
caught in it?
Excuse me.
Are you?
Do you
Why are
even
you? Why
see
is
the
his
caution
quad?
tape?
Why is his quad shaking?
Is he caught on? He's running.
Why is it shaking? What's going on? What was
He
it
must
caught
be
on?
caught in it. He must be caught in it.
That's too much.
That's great. Well done.
Well done.
Well done, Caesar.
If a FPV video can make me laugh, that is something special.
Yeah, that's
All right.
good stuff.
All right, that was the last video of the evening. Very good. I've enjoyed the live stream today very much, as I always have.
This is a great live stream.
From my perspective, at least.
Well done, Quad Daddy. That was a great video, my
Good
friend.
job. All right, so I know it's late, but we still got some people watching. Let's give Quad Daddy some feedback. The form is in the chat. I'm going to do it myself. There was just one thing from my 2 cents.
Let's play the video while we're letting people vote.
And it happens in the first 2 minutes. And I think that one thing that was really helpful to me this summer, especially, and I think I've been aware of it, but maybe you might want the tip too. And I'm looking for a moment to make a comment on it. Right. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Right there. You're in the trees and you're weaving the trees, and then you kind of head to the building with like a straight kind of shot to the building. It's that moment between it makes it feel a little disjointed to me. And take everything I say with a grain of salt. And finding a way to get to the building so that it's just not a beeline to the building. Either coming at it like around and going through other trees or finding other gaps, I think is helpful in building up the line and the flow, so it doesn't feel like, okay, I'm doing trees, now I'm going to stop doing trees, and now I'm going to do the building. And finding a way to kind of curve your way, or to, you know, find just a more interesting path to the building. Straight lines aren't necessarily straight lines aren't necessarily our best friend when creating lines, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think just like anything, it depends. But I find that I have the same feeling when I go back and I review my flight footage, and then sometimes I'm like, I'm flying straight for a very long time to get to this next obstacle. What the hell?
But don't trust me.
I wish I would have made it more interesting when I was flying, you know?
But I was going to say, don't trust me, because I'm the same guy who, like, 2 live streams ago was like, one of my favorite videos is just a guy flying in one long straight line, you know? So it's like, it's just something to think about.
Pick a lane, bro. Jesus.
I can't. I'm a flip-flopper. That's why I like FPV. All right, how far are we in? About 2.5 minutes. All right, so let me just finish up here. I want to give my scores.
I'm trying to like figure out in my head what part of Quad Daddy, what part of your quad got stuck on that shit? Because it's also like he's right above the ground. Like that thing must have just been hanging there. What were you caught on? Was it a motor? Was it on the battery? It must have been something on the rear end of the quad. There's probably his 2 rear motors. I bet you that's what it was. The 2 rear motors.
No stabilization on this.
No stab. We got his scorecard up?
I got it.
Boom.
All right, here we go.
Let's review.
Style, or what might become intentionality. Not sure yet. Or we got a 2. Speed, we have a 2. Difficulty, we have a 2. Trick variety, we have a 2. Seeing it's right here. Originality, we see a 1.5. And originality is what might be the most difficult category.
Yeah.
That is definitely the most difficult category. Production 2, in my opinion. Je ne sais quoi point, yes. And the je ne sais quoi point is so importante.
Let's look at those comments real quick at the end.
Do you want to do score first? The total
Score
first,
and then
okay.
quad, and then the comments.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9.5, 11.5, 12.5 out of a perfect 18. I want a made me laugh button. That's good. Quad Daddy is sexy ASFFFFF.
Oh, that's extra sexy.
Nice rip, my friend. Quad Dad, please have my babies. And yes, keep it coming. There's a lot of like sexual overtone.
Whoa,
I'm not against
Whoa,
it,
bro. Like that's in your head. That's
Quad
just
Daddy,
you.
please have my babies, and Quad Daddy is sexy as. That's not in my head.
It's just a very paternal thing. Like they just think he'd make a good dad. Like he's a dad 2 times over, so they just know. You know,
Yeah,
like,
that should
don't
be the.
make this gross.
I can tell you're a good father. Comment.
From your FPV flight, I can tell you're a good dad.
That's the next iteration. We watch your quad videos and tell you how good of a parent and or boyfriend you are.
Yeah.
Based on your freestyle abilities.
Nice.
Oh no, you're terrible.
That's a bad dad right there.
That's a bad person right there. You don't deserve her. Hey,
well done.
Well done. Everyone, what's up, Brick Wall? You came in really late, but
Brick Wall, what's up, man?
Great to see you.
We have featured your video before a couple streams ago, man. I really enjoy watching your videos. Dude rips.
Yeah, man. So if you're still here, we appreciate you. We're probably going to come back in about 2 weeks. We're still trying to figure out exactly kind of it's hard to get a regular cadence with life, but we're trying to do every 2 weeks. So we got one more episode that we are definitely going to do. That'll be episode number 4. But please join the Facebook group, hit subscribe on the YouTube, and no perfect scores tonight. So no t-shirts going out tonight. But everyone, thank you so much. Great job.
Hey,
way to put yourself out there.
One of the things we forgot to talk about, we should have talked about earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Is we've got plans for all the Chicagoland dudes.
For anyone who wants to come, I kind of picked up. So
Brick Wall, if you want to come out and take a stab at it.
I like Brent Litzer. I think we're going to heavily consider moving to a 5-point metric for each of the categories. I think we might go back
to the 5. Yeah.
Okay. And so
thank you for the input, Brent.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Because this is not just us, this is ours, right? So whatever's most helpful. I think it's going to be a 2-part. So this is just like the cutty, like we haven't finalized anything yet, but it'll be a 2-part contest, 2 separate contests that make up like this idea. The very first one is a game of quad, and it'll just be a pretty straightforward. We'll probably spell out FPV, so it'll be a game of FPV or whatever. But anyone can participate, and we've all played horse with basketball, very similar. But and there will be a winner to that. So last man standing is the winner. But the top 4, right, or the last 4, and again, we're going to hammer out all the details, will get the invite to the second contest, which is a day that we will all select amongst those invited to go to a bando, and we'll ask each of the pilots to put together a 1 minute, maybe 1.5 minute run in that space from that day, and we'll do a blind vote on the Super Critical live stream. So we'll open it up to the audience to decide blindly which was the best run that they saw, right?
Yeah.
And we'll use the scoring system, and so 2 different parts there, but I think it'll be a ton of fun to have a huge game of quad. The last time I did an event, I think it was like 36 pilots. participated. And Game of Quad, I think, is a great way to manage 36 pilots and kind of get through a day really quickly and have a fun day out. So we're thinking about doing that at Blue Star in Glenview. But if anyone has access to another really great spot that they think would be great for a game of quad, please hit me up, because I would love to talk to you and see if there's a better option for us. But
Blue Star, maybe IL, maybe.
Oh yeah,
if
I mean,
if Rex Snow allows us there.
Yeah, that's a really, I like that idea. The other thing too is it's gonna be I think the last weekend in September is what we're shooting for the game of quad, because we're gonna start getting cold. So that's the idea, guys. We would love to get your feedback, but I think that's how Super Critical becomes an in real life event.
Yeah. So just to reiterate, the next kind of contest that we're going to do is going to be a 2-parter. Part 1, anybody can come and enter the game of quad or FPV, and from there, our top 4 get an invite to the bando session, and from there, the bando session, everybody, we're going to spend the day there. Everybody gets their chance to put together as good of a run as they can, and then we're going to do kind of blind video vote afterwards, and crown our ultimate champion from there. The cream will rise to the top.
Yeah. So we're talking to Mobility Gates, and probably talk to a couple other vendors and see if we could come up with some cool prizes and just have a fun time meeting each other, and hopefully this crazy world and all the other exterior stuff that we never want to talk about on here doesn't get in the way. But that's the plan. We would love your feedback. We'd love your help, and hopefully you guys are into that. So.
And we love spending time with you guys. Thank you for all your submissions tonight.
Yeah,
and the good
really
times. Quad Daddy and Rex Snow, thanks for making the chat lively. Jacob Martin, hello. We enjoyed your video. Hey. Good stuff.
Make
Rick
sure you
Wall,
hit the rewind.
Thank you for tuning in at the end, bro. He's on that West Coast time, so he's just getting his night started right now.
So right. Thanks everyone. We'll see you on the Facebook group. Grab your scores tomorrow. Good job, everyone. Good night.
Have a good night, y'all. Boom. All right, episode 3. That was a good